So let's go.
And get the fuck out of here, man.
No, I don't think so. You get the fuck out of here. Okay? You're the nigga that's out here arguing with the creator, talking about, no, the creator don't own, don't control, don't have the right to dictate what didn't happen in his show and what did happen in his show. Only you, Gray Matter 7000, are pissed off enough to retain that ability that you never had. Yeah, right. No, you get the fuck out of here. Okay? Respectfully so. All right? Respectfully so. You're doing a lot of professional frank holding, okay, against Dragon Ball Super, and you know, human decency is human decency. I have absolutely nothing against you, but I've heard you speak in such a marked out tone and cadence so damn much that yes, I personally would like for you to take your legs out of the air at this point in time when discussing Dragon Ball Super. We can all sit upright. Okay, check this out.
Get the fuck out of here. And I say this shit and then you're like, well, Super's canon, dummy. No, the fuck is not.
Yeah, it is, dummy. Okay, and that's the thing. Nothing you said has meant that it's not. Toriyama said it is. So guess what, nigga? It's canon. Yeah, guess what, nigga? It's canon. You know, if you so much as wrote a storybook that was 10 pages long, you wouldn't let me dictate a damn thing about it. Shut up. If you made one of these videos where you wouldn't let me dictate a damn thing about your video, you'd be like, no, I already made the video, watch the video. You don't control, you can't change what I said and what I did in the video. Exactly, that's what you're doing. But you expect to run in on this, you know, massive corporation and dictate that which you didn't contribute a thought toward. You sat on your ass, watched it, and got mad because they did away with something that you wanted to hold hands with. Do you think we give a damn about that? All right, let's check this out.
Fuck out of here. Hell, even Dragon Ball Super has its own continuity. You have two separate continuities for the new Dragon Ball Super. You have the manga, which Toriyama is not writing at all. Well, Torio Taro is, you know, talking to Toriyama at the very least.
Damn! And that makes you mad? See, here's the thing. If Toriyama says, hey, you can play with the building blocks that I have in my toy box, but the town you make will not be canon. It will not actually be a part of my map. If he tells you that, cool, it's not canon. You owe everything that you built with, all the likenesses to him, but he's already dictated that it's not canon. Doesn't take part in his story, doesn't take part in his town. But he can also do that same thing for someone else and say, cool. He can also, that means it just boils down to whether or not it made the cut in Toriyama's eyes. In my eyes, this don't mesh well with what I'm doing, with what the real story, with what the truthful representation of Dragon Ball is. And it really boils down to that. If you don't feel like it represents the truthful representation of itself, then he's not letting it go, right? Whereas if somebody was doing it right, if somebody was close enough by, if he was like, okay, this is cool, gave his approval, set it up to be canon, then yeah, sure. Then he could be like, sure, you guys manage this. And yes, this right here, it made the cuts. This is canon. This is to the truthful representation. I've taken a look at it. I've seen this, that. I've approved this and that. I've denied this, that, and the third. I think the end result is this is in the story. He makes the final call, whether or not it made it in or not. You don't get to question that decision in any other franchise. And Dragon Ball ain't gonna be the only one where you do. Sorry.
Okay, that's what Toei did for GT. But you say that's not canon.
It's not. See what I just said? I just explained this because I knew that that's where he was going. Another thing is, he says there are multiple continuities of Dragon Ball Super. Here's another thing that pisses them off. The fact that you feel like, look, they've got enough for everybody. How come I can't have any? Because you can't have none. Because Toriyama said you can't have none. The Magic Conch Shell said you can't have a crumb. You ain't getting a sandwich. SpongeBob and Patrick over there enjoying everything, and you feel like it's more than enough room to make my dreams come true. Why don't you just say that it's canon? You letting them play with multiple... Yup, that's them, not you. And sometimes they merge together at various points in time. But you know what? GT is not canon because he said so. And you understand that these were decisions that Toriyama made, and now you're arguing and trying to make it about some sort of logic as opposed to it having been Toriyama's decision. It's not about how you try to rationalize it. Well, by that meaning, if you could let him manage that, then that means that. Nope, not if I said no. And that's where Toriyama steps in. Not if I said no. I specifically said no. They got the ability to do that because I told them yes. Then it boils down to, well, Toriyama, why are you giving them what they want, but you wouldn't do it for us? Because you guys suck. And you've been running from that for the longest. You know Toriyama thinks you suck. He thought GT was garbage.